The oil and gas producer Magnum Hunter Resources surging more than 60% over the past year. Magnum's CEO will explain what's driving the oil and gas company's growth and what he's doing to step it up even further next. Below that level. Kelly?
And on the flip side, oil just off its 7-month low. That hasn't stopped Magnum Hunter stock from soaring, though. It's up over 60% in the past year. So what is the company doing to drive growth? In an exclusive interview here on CNBC, we're joined by Magnum Resources CEO Gary Evans. Mr. Evans, welcome. Good to have you with us. Everything's growing at your company. A CEO couldn't wish for more. The stock price, EBITDA, revenues, everything is up. Is it sustainable, and if so, how?
Well, we've just really begun a process that we've been working on for about 3 years, which is to begin developing what we believe are some of the best leases in the industry up in the Marcellus and Utica of West Virginia and southeastern Ohio. So what you're seeing of the results today are just a fraction of what you'll see over the next couple of years.
And Gary, what does that mean for, if we can, even just the price of gasoline for millions of drivers already seeing some relief at the pump here?
We've had a drop in oil prices of about $10 a barrel, over the past 3 or 4 months. But I really believe that oil prices are going to be in a sustained level around $100 for most of our lives, maybe higher. But if you look around the world and look at the demand for oil, it's still sustainable. Now, our company has got a large position in natural gas, which is predominantly what we deal with. And fortunately, the United States has a great supply, and that price has come back as well. But again, when we're in an area where the finding costs are so low, we can make a great return.
Gary, if this CEO thing doesn't work out for you, you got a future in voiceover work, I promise you.
Well, that's very
I was
nice.
up this past weekend in upstate New York, around Woodstock, and there is high resistance in that part of the country to some of the techniques that companies use today to bring oil and natural gas out of the earth. How are you going to navigate that? And are you concerned that there may ultimately be a big backlash against fracking and other practices that some see as environmentally injurious?
Fossil fuels in the United States are so incredibly important. I mean, y'all been talking during the show about the Dow Jones and S&P 500, hitting new highs. That's being driven by cheap energy. So we're the one country in the world where everybody is looking at us and saying, we want to learn and do what you do, fracture stimulation technology, horizontal drilling. Look at the state of North Dakota. They have a 3% unemployment rate, $2 billion in their coffers. There's a perfect example of one state that has been proactive and has got all the fruits of its labor with unemployment very low and everybody making a lot of money.
You could say they're lucky that all this development has happened right on top of them. Gary, just last question here. If oil prices do drop below $100 a barrel, and significantly so, is that a challenge for your business?
It's a challenge for anybody that's a producer worldwide. I think if oil prices got down into the $80 range, that's where it would begin to hurt. But the way we've been able to find these new shale deposits in the various plays throughout the U.S. And these unconventional shales has driven the cost down. So we can make money at 85 and 82 and 87, where we couldn't do that a few years back.
All right. Wow, Gary Evans, thank you. And no relation, we should add. He's the chairman.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I've noticed it. You got a great last name. Thanks heavens for everything.
He sounds like he's more related to Trace Atkins, the country singer, for goodness sake.
And meanwhile, Tyler, we want those stories from Woodstock.
Yeah. Oh, never.
You missed it the first time. There's no going.